Once you sand it for a while, just clean all the dust off. Still got a ways to go. But then what I do when I finally crown these, I use old school method because I was taught by an old luthier, and plus I'm just old. So my little trusty triangular file, and that's how I'll get my crown. I have special tools to do it. Diamond tip crowning tools, you know, $160 from Stuart Mac, but old way is better. My old luthier is 86 now, he's still building guitars. He taught me this method. So anyways, that's how I'm going to crown them. Over and out. So I draw these black lines up and down. Once all the frets are in and the neck's straight, I draw the black lines, and then I take my long sanding block and just go over it like this. Do a little dressing too. Make sure the radius is consistent. And then you make sure that all the darkness is off. Where it's still high, those just mean there's high frets. So once they're all off, then you crown them and you know, finish up everything. So up here at the top near the sound hole, they seem to be a little higher, but that's the takeoff as well. So we're getting there. A few more hours of sanding and grinding. So the frets are all done pretty much. I've gone through it with my angle file. I went over it with my diamond tip crowning tools, and then I'm down to my sanding blocks. I start with 400 grit, then I go to 800 grit, then I actually go to 1500 grit, and then I go to my my steel wool, 4-0 steel wool to polish them right up. So right now I'm just going over the 1500 sandpaper. I just use it dry, and when these are done, I'll go over it with the steel wool. I'll just show you how one of these looks after I hit it with the steel wool, and then they're finished. I still do some dressing after I've taken the tape off, and what I do with that, I just use a what the hell is it if I got one? I use an eraser, strangely enough, and on the eraser, I'm looking for it as I speak. I should have been more prepared, but who the hell gives a shit? I can't find my eraser. Take the eraser and I put some sandpaper over it, and I simply go like that to finish my dressings off. And that's not an eraser, but it's the same thing. And then that's it, and I'll be done. I'll get back to you. Okay, I was talking about my eraser earlier. So just you buy them anywhere. And then I'm going to start with the 400 grit sandpaper. So I just kind of wrap it around this. And this is to dress the frets. Simply go over it this way. Move it down. And then go over it this way. And then I move on to my 800 grit. Just wrapping it around. Not rocket scientists. Trying to get this off the mojo on here. Then I move on to my 1500. And that's about it, folks. And I simply take my steel wool. It's 4-0 steel wool. And I go over that little crown dressing edges. I just put a couple of scuff marks on them. And when I take this tape off, the dressing's all done. You're not going to have any sharp burrs anywhere. So these are pretty much done. Let me take the tape off and I'll show you. Okay, so here's the frets all done. I don't know how good you can see that. Really hard to show the dressings, but I don't know if I can get in any closer. But anyways, now it's time to make a new saddle, new nut, and finish her up. Okay, there's the new nut. Just finished it off. New frets. Dressing perfect all the way down. Down to the new custom saddle. Intonation all set up. Perfectly, it's compensated as you can see. Maybe you can't see. Anyways, it's compensated. Everything's done. So that's her. The new Martin with the medium jumbos.